All right. Uh, Good evening, Alabama Bass Nation High School Tide Division. We're going to do the safety meeting for stop number 4, Lake Weiss, for the 2025 season, the high school division. Again, as always, if you have pictures that you'd like us to post or put up, you may text those to 334-595-9158 or email those, and we'll get those posted as soon as possible. The first rule, again, that we always talk about is our check-in rules. So again, remember, failure to check in or turn in a boat flag will result in the disqualification of the entire school or club. One member of every team must view the slideshow and video meeting on Facebook. Official practice ends at 5 on April 25th. All competitors must be off the water by 5 p.m. Registration at the Bass Nation trailer will be at the Leesburg Landing boat ramp Friday from 5 to 6. If you're unable to pick it up, you can make arrangements to be there that morning from 4:45 to 5:15. We do encourage one person to pick up for the entire club if possible. And when you do pick up these flags, just ensure that you have the correct boat flag matching the boat number on the registration card. And I would check that on all those before you leave the trailer. Make sure, again, that you only have 250 horsepower as the max for this particular tournament. Each boat must include a boat captain and 2 anglers. If only one angler, you got to have an observer for a total of 3 people. Blast off is going to be along the floating dock upriver from the boat ramp. Boat flag must be secured and visible for staff to see it. Blast off right now is dependent at 5:45, depending on safe light conditions. A life jacket must be worn when the engine is running. That includes boat captains. Keep a safe distance between boats and always maintain safe boating. First flight check-in is 2 p.m. It'll be in 10-minute increments after that. There's no wake in areas marked on the no wake and courtesy at boat ramp during weigh-in. So again, at 2 p.m. when they start weighing in, if you're going down through there, please do no wakes across the river there in front of the floating boat ramp. It does cause the boats that are tied up to bounce on that floating dock. So we prefer if you would just idle it all day from blast off in the morning if you're going downriver or if you're coming back to fish after 2 p.m. So just make sure you're being aware of people's being tied up to the dock because it does cause issues there. Off limits is center of the channel from downriver side of the boat ramp to the end of the new dock upriver end. You'll see that in the image in the end. Size limit is 12 on large and spots. In smallmouth, fish will be measured with the mouth closed and the tail fan to attempt to measure the correct on the ruler. 5 fish per boat. Stop when the 6th enters until you call back down. Check-in will be at the end of the long floating dock, downriver end closest to the ramp. You must check in before you weigh in. Even if you don't have fish, you have to turn in your boat flag. If you leave early, you need to call Scott, Adam, or Daryl at the numbers below to check out of the tournament. Official Bass Nation weigh bags must be used. You need to present your boat flag at the bump station when you weigh in. Anglers, you also need to tell the weighmaster if you want to weigh a big fish. Weigh-in will be at the Leesburg Landing. Fish will be available at the back of the trailer for photos. If you hadn't done the Remind app by now, here's the information. And there's Scott, Adam, and Daryl's phone numbers on this particular slide. I will post these slides too on Instagram. Sometimes they don't format as well, but I'll post the pictures also up to our Facebook page. Blast off procedure. Launch the boat at Leesburg Landing or an alternate route. Just be in your staging area by blast off, which is approximately 5:45. Proceed to the staging area slowly and idle. Stage by flight boat number according to the map and line up so that we can expedite the blast off procedure. If a boat number before you is missing, just continue to proceed towards the dock. Someone will direct you. Approach the dock parallel. Don't come in from 90 and don't stick out your arm. Idle the entire length of that parallel the dock parallel so that the staff can do all the boat checks. And those consist of the boat flag attached and visible, running lights up and on, even if it is daylight, they must be running. Live wells open and running, life jackets on and fastened, kill switch attached to the driver. You don't have to pull it, just show us it's attached. If any of these are lacking, we're going to pull you aside, get them corrected before we send you out. The last staff member at the boat dock, and that's the last person on the end of the floating dock, will tell you you're clear to go. Do not proceed until they tell you you're clear. You must continue to idle past the end of the dock, and boat captains do not take off until you clear the dock. Again, high school divisions, you can help cold manage fish and verbally teach and instruct. You can't run trolling motor net fish, handle rods and reels, or fish at all. Also, be aware if you are teaching and instructing, don't be up on the front deck with the trolling motor to give the appearance. Some anglers it's better if you're going to instruct to stay in the bottom of the boat or at the back deck so it doesn't appear that you are running the trolling motor, so we don't have pictures and questions about that. So again, captains, just be aware. Don't stand up on the front deck. Just stay in the middle and instruct from there. Once you check in the boat dock, tie up. You may trailer if preferred. This boat dock can get rough if people don't idle by. We've asked all captains to obey that and idle through this area. But again, you may trailer if you would like to. Anyhow, send one angler to get the weigh bag. You're going to get the ABN fish bag from the weigh-in site. Make sure you have the net bag and the black bag. Put fish in the net bag, black bag with water. Proceed to get in line. You're going to dump your black bag out prior to putting the net bag in the bump tank, and then proceed to hand the boat flag to your the bump man. Make your way through the line and follow the direction of the bump crew. Once he takes your boat flag, he's going to check for dead fish, count and measure, and then you'll stay at the staging tank. The MC will announce your name to come on stage. Proceed to the weigh station and tell the weighmaster at the time when you walk up, let us know if you want a big fish so that we can plan for that. And then while you're weighing your fish, the MC is going to interview you, and that's your stage time. Parents, you can take pictures in front, just watch for the stream camera. And then also we have it set up at the back. You can take photos of the anglers with their fish. Here is our morning traffic direction. Follow the green arrows in. There is a staging area at the front there. So if you're going to stage, get your boat ready and don't tie up the line. Go ahead and have that ready. When you pull into the green line, be ready to move forward. Trailers, once you come out, follow those orange lines and park in the parking lot in the available places. Fill the front and move towards the back. All right, staging and blast off. You will see boats 1 to 50 right past the ramp area, then 51 to 100, 101, 150, 151, 200 in the back. Spectator parking is up on the hill. Do not fill the places where the trailer is going to be. Obviously, you'll see that. So we'll have the trailer there, and those particular areas around the red are set up for the tents. So where you see the red lines, those are going to be for our team tents to be set up and so forth. So do not park in those. We'll have some of that roped off. But again, make sure you boat captains parking in the morning do not block those areas, as those will be used for the tents for the teams. And again, if you're going downriver after blast off and the safety checks, you'll need to idle. And again, that goes if you come back after 2 p.m., once they start tying up on the dock at the first flight, please give courtesy and do not wake out that dock as it gets rough and it bangs the boats. So give courtesy on that far side of the channel and just idle. And again, this would be a good place, just idle where the red lines are, and then you may get back on plane, but just to keep the dock from bouncing all around. You must check in again before weighing in. If you have no fish, you still need to check in and to leave the tournament. Off limits will be around the dock area. And again, the check-in flag will be right at the end where you blast it off. Courtesy, again, no wait during the weigh-in. That helps us out in this area. Spectators, again, you can see where the tents are. There is overflow parking in that back area. Should be plenty of parking. Again, that is the check-in flag on that far nearest to the boat ramp. And again, if you'd like to, instead of tying up, you may trailer and weigh in. Just send an angler to get a bag, and you can do a trailer weigh in this one. And with that, that pretty much concludes our safety meeting. Again, I just want to make a few safety points for you boat captains. Again, we will blast when the weather is clear, but I want to make this little safety information for you guys. When we hold you due to fog or anything like that, it's what we can see, and it's incumbent upon you boat captains to be safe on the water. We can't see every location on that body of water, and if there is fog, it's on you to make sure you're boating safely. There's no reason, if it is foggy, to be doing 70 miles an hour in these channels, and there are channels on Weiss Lake. So again, be cognizant of that. I think the responsibility lies on the boat captains to ensure it safely. I know we want to get there fast, but if you get there in a situation that's unsafe, you may not be fishing. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. I wanted to make that comment because with all the accidents that's been going on in the last few weeks, it's incumbent upon all of us boat captains to be safe on the water. Slowing down just a little bit is not going to cause you any more fishing time, and getting there safe is what's the most priority with these events. So be aware of that when you're doing these tournaments. Be safe out there. And again, you boat captains, you have to also be aware of your surroundings. And another comment if you're fishing on a point or you're off of in the channel and so forth, you need to be cognizant of where you're parked. If the weather is bad, just because we've talked, or someone may not see you, so you need to make sure you're off to the right. Get in a safe location. Just be aware of your surroundings. Don't put yourself in that liability area. And that's on you boat captains to think through these places and make sure you're being safe throughout the time. But again, we appreciate all of you fishing with us. We want you to have a safe tournament. And if we can do anything for you, you have our phone numbers, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thanks.